Oh, there's the sprinkles already. Yeah, it's a good idea. Stop. Ooh, we're flying. How's it going?
How far to the lake?
About another half mile. Yeah, it's about a half mile, I'd say. It's a boat launch. I think I've got everything. I probably have too much. Turning right on 144th. I don't know how this is gonna go. Piece of cake. I really wanted to film this section of the ride. I'm heading out to the Satsuma Hills south of the Olympic Forest, National Park. So I'll be in the National Forest. But anyway, this little cut down to Highway 302, although it doesn't look pretty right now with all the fucking Scotch broom, it gets really pretty at the bottom, so I want to make sure I have it on camera. And 302 is pretty all the way to Allen too. I tested everything on this setup except for wearing my hiking boots on the platform pedals. And I think if I would have tested it, I probably would have swapped the pedals out. I'm pretty sure I want these boots. But they slide around the pedals. And my feet are a little too far forward. It's driving me nuts, but I think I can ignore it. Oh boy. I'm not trying to go too fast with this rig, but holy hell, I want to ride over that hill. Oh man, we just sailed up that shit. I don't really want to hit a bunch of big bumps at 40 miles an hour because I got a home-built rack on the back. Oh, look at that next hill. Fuck me. I don't remember that. I'm going to try and keep the speed under control here. There's no reason to go fast on that. I knew there were hills, but I thought I was going in a favorable direction here. I still got 2 years left. Maybe we'll use one of them. Oh boy, I feel all this weight, that's for sure. Seat's a little bit low. I had just raised it, but ooh, oh, really squirrely. I'm gonna use the other gear. We'll just sit and spin. Now it looks like this is the top of the hill, but from earlier I feel like there's more hills. Now we're at the top. Going about 20 miles today to Toronto State Park. I've got 5 hours. Five hours until check-in. Maybe the only night I'm staying at an actual campground, I'm not sure. There's 2 opportunities for me to stay at Browns Creek, which I think is only $14 a night. I paid for Toronto ahead of time and I got $40 with me and 2 checks. Oh, this one's got the... This bike tells you what number of gear you're in. I forgot about that. I've been looking down and counting. Hi, cow. Happy cow. I can't get the jacket to stay behind the GoPro mount. That's as good as it's gonna get, I guess. I don't know. So this is kind of at the stop sign. So where it starts our descent to the water. I am a little worried about brake fade. I gotta remind myself to use both brakes when we're doing descents where I need to worry about that. A lot of times I only use the front brake on the road. This is a 2x drivetrain, but I only use the small ring normally. And the front derailleur is kind of adjusted to support that, so to get to the second ring, like I have it angled so I can hit everything on the small ring. But to get to the big ring, I have to put it in 3. So I took the big one out, the biggest one off, and put a dash guard on. So I have to use the position for the former largest ring to get to the second ring. And it's shaky. So we'll see how good I feel about coasting. Oh, I meant to stop and look at that. Stop and look at the back rig here. And we'll just do that right here, huh? A little bike check. (2005) Specialized Hardrock. Just got a lot of miles on. I haven't done jack shit to it besides that bash guard. I did some work obviously for hauling a pound of propane and shit, but custom rack's quite a thing. I should probably do a whole blog post about that or something. Anyway, I'm worried about the tent falling out. It looks good. Most of the other shit's velcroed or really secured, so. So we are going to mosey along. Let's look at that gap. Okay. I've got a weird way of mounting stuff on the rack where I have the ratchet strap go into the seat rails. I tighten that first until there's a little bit of gap between the load and the rack, so like the seat rails are carrying a lot of it. And then I cinch with another ratchet strap, cinch it all down until the gap's gone. So check and make sure the battery's on here for the steel. This is a pretty road. I hope that the GoPro does it justice. I'm going to go ahead and just slow down. There's a descent somewhere here. I don't want to go into it with a ton of speed. I'm really heavy today. I'm going to try and eat my heaviest food at the state park, and then the advantage of staying at the state park is I can use their garbage cans to get rid of shit that I shouldn't have brought anyway. This whole deal is a test ride for a longer ride I want to do next month. But yeah, we're pretty heavy. Got a backpack on with even more shit that I shouldn't have brought. I do like my rack though. I hope it doesn't snap in half. The whole deal at the ratchet straps is 22 pounds right now, which is a bit heavy, but the tote doesn't weigh much actually. It's less than most dry bags. I was looking at dry bags, I couldn't believe how heavy they are. I already had these totes and a weather-tight seal on them. So I'm planning to use that for my bear bag. It's just sling the tote up, the whole tote, up hanging from a branch. Nice and easy so far here. Probably pretty quiet at night around here. I do think that every once in a while you probably hear somebody speeding through here, having fun, because it is a fun road to drive up. I hate living next to roads with cars all night. Drives me nuts. Front brakes to keep the bears away, that's for sure. This descent isn't too bad. I rode up this once, probably on the same bike actually, but it was an accident, we got lost. Hello. the middle of fucking June and I'm wearing this jacket because it might rain on me. It's actually surprisingly cool today. It was so nice yesterday, it's surprising, but I really didn't want to bring a nice jacket. But I did anyway at the last minute. All right. Add the back brake to the mix here. Okay, here's Highway 302, probably the most dangerous part of my ride. We are on a heavy bike. We're just going around. I don't know, what is this, Case Inlet or something? This is Victor on the map, and we're going around to Allen. And then we're gonna go up to the power line on that side. Which I've never been to. I mean, I've been on it once. But I knew it was illegal at that time. But people are hiking it now and like posting them out online and stuff. So I wanted to use it to spend less time on the highway. And the highway over there would be Highway 3, which is much busier than this even. It's Sunday, so hopefully this isn't too busy, but... And most of the traffic should be going towards me as people are going home for the weekend or whatever. But we'll see. Tempted to go to the big ring. Don't know if it's a good idea though. Let's try it, huh? 2. Alright, now what'll make it shut up? Anything? There, now we're in 3. That does it. Yeah, so 2, 6 is the only one that doesn't make noise. 2, 6, 7, and 8. Because of how I got adjusted for the small ring. This is a bit tall of a gear for me, so we are just lollygagging along at sea level though, with these little rolling hills. Well, yeah, I guess we're cruising. The wind is catching me kind of side on, I think. Not really blowing me around too much. Feel sorry for these tires, but whole bike seems to be doing good so far. I do have a choice to make when I get up on the pole line road. About halfway down it, I can choose to go to Tawana where I got the reservation, or I can keep going and head towards the forest today. Now, I don't know, you know, might be good to have lunch there and think about it. I am excited to get out into the woods, but I know it would be probably better to stay at Tawana and test my setup where I've got water and garbage cans and I can focus on the gear instead of finding water and carrying my trash around the first night. It's over 45 miles if I go all the way to Browns Creek. And so I don't think I can do that today. And if I did, I'd probably be useless tomorrow. It's really tough to say. Really tough to say. I know the smartest thing is to stay at Tawana, and then I can go as far as I want the next day. Now, if the pole line doesn't work out, we're in trouble because I have to backtrack it and go on the highway and do a steep climb. I may be able to skirt the climb, depending how far I get on the pole line. But really busy part of the highway there if the pole line doesn't work out. It has wider shoulders than this, I think, just because it's so busy. But also the diesel douche factor is higher the farther we go. Always got to remember the diesel douche factor. Hey, maybe I'll see a diesel douche on the power lines. You never know. I knew some kids out, oh man. We're at a rally stage on the Nawatzel stage. I was on this turn I liked that was like 2 corners past the Nawatzel Acute from the Shelton main line. And I was course marshaling about 1/10 of a mile past my favorite corner where there's an old railroad grade that comes through, and they'd torn the tracks up where the weeds, you know, are a couple feet tall and shit. I had my car blocking this deal. From one direction because we knew there was access, mainly motorcycles coming that could use that grade. But the other way, we were told that it was blocked. And so I'm sitting there, you know, waiting for the rally to start. And then when it starts, I'm planning to walk down to my favorite corner, you know. And all of a sudden, this fucking truck is coming down this old railroad grade. And I'm getting ready, you know, I hate telling people what to do, but I'm getting ready to tell these guys to fuck off, you know. And one hangs out the window and goes, "Are you Quinn?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "We got your dad in the back of the truck." Somehow my dad, I told him how to sneak over this railroad grade and walk to meet me. And this truck comes and picks him up as he's doing this. I think the best thing to do when you're wearing glasses is to look at the weed whacker. So when shit will hit you right square in the glasses. But I didn't do that this time. I feel like I was being stupid. Looking straight ahead. Anyway, so these guys, I think one of their names was Zach, but I can't remember. These were Shelton guys. And they were redneck extraordinaires, man. It was fucking hilarious. And it turns out they were at service earlier in the day. And one of the teams only had one spare tire. And they got a flat, or two flats or something. And they finished with, you know, one of the wheels getting beat up. But they had a good wheel in the trunk with the blown tire on it, right? So I'm gonna go straight here. I would turn right if I was driving. But anyway, this rally team, and I'm pretty sure it was a Jack Daniels car, I don't remember, but I think it was a Jack Daniels car. They bought a tire off somebody, and somehow these guys got this tire on, but they couldn't get the fucking bead to seat. And these Shelton rednecks were standing around, and they had to show these semi-experienced rally people, you know, maybe not that experienced, I guess, or else they probably wouldn't have known the trick, how to do the starting fluid, light it on fire, give it a kick thing. And so the guys told the lead mechanic, you know, this is a crew that has a mechanic and everything. This is a organized little rally team. It's probably amateur, but tells the mechanic, with starting fluid in it, you know, 3 or 4 seconds, light it on fire, and it should seat the tire. And he did it, it just starts burning slowly. And so this Shelton guy, I think it was Zach, pushes the guy out of the way and runs up and kicks this fucking tire, and it just like whoop, you know, it seats. And then he grabbed the air hose from a guy and aired it up. That's the trick, I think, because everybody has seen YouTube videos about doing this, but the real trick is to get the fucking air on it before it cools down. It'll pull the bead right back off, because it turns into vacuum as it cools down, and it's strong enough to pull the bead back off. So it gets the air on that thing, gets it handled. And so we're out in the woods. I walked these guys all down to my favorite corner, you know, and they were kind of afraid of the cars. They'd never seen this before, so they're hiding in the trees. It was funny. But they got all excited when that car came through. Like they won the lottery excited. They were just jumping and screaming and whooping. It was hilarious. That was a fun event. I think I had like 3 or 4 cameras with me or something. I think I had the Holga with me. I got a really sweet picture of a Sod 96 with that. They had light bleeding through, you know, typical Holga stuff. It just looked like it was a 100-year-old picture, and it had the oh, glass, look at that. The back of the film has the circle with the number. It's like a circle of dots telling you how many pictures is left. And that bled through slightly in the picture. It just looked great. I got another picture of a Ford Focus going through a puddle about 3 feet from me, and it looked like you could have just kicked him in the headlight. Such a good picture. It looks like a painting. It looks kind of fake. Trailer for one dirt bike. Oh man. Douche factor 11. I can't wait to get on pole line. I was going to do this on Monday through Friday, but I didn't like riding on Friday, so I moved it up a day. I'm hoping I can be home Thursday. I don't know, it's tough to say really. Got a great place in the woods I can stay an extra night if I want to, so. Probably want to put it in the small ring before I get into town. Might help to ride on the wrong side of the road actually, because there's a yield that way and fucked up intersection if I stay in this lane. I found the rednecks out here to be really good people if you get to know them, but when you don't know them, apparently they bark out the side of a truck at you, so. My mom was all worried about me being in the woods. I told her the biggest risk is getting hit by a pickup truck this trip. Howdy. See, I feel like that guy'd offer me a beer if I wanted one, you know? But I tell you, the one thing about drop bars is you have so many places to put your hands. These mountain bike bars, it's just static. I was test riding this thing around the house. It was the first time I ever realized why people put longer bars on mountain bikes now, like the wider ones, like my other bike has. It would make a huge difference to this weight on the front. I'd rather this one have the wide one and the other one have the narrow ones. This is probably getting used more for gravel. I am doing one trail. It's going to be a complete nightmare, but hopefully it's worth it. Not like the bars will help me on that. Just see, this is the intersection. Oh boy. Yeah. I know I want to go the wrong way. I just don't know when to do it. This is coming up to Highway 3. Busier than shit. Okay, now's my chance. Get up here where there's a little bit of a shoulder, hopefully, huh? I don't think this bike can clear garbage cans. The other one can. We'll just putz around here like a little pedestrian, and hopefully everyone will be okay. I'm turning right in about a quarter mile anyway, so there's a crosswalk there if I need to use it. I hate that though. Wow. Beautiful. Behind me, it looks like an S-curve. Be a good picture. Don't remember that being photogenic before. But that went very well. So before I get to the pole line, there's a lot of elevation here on one road. It's always tough to tell on Google Maps how it's going to be, you know. The elevation graph makes it look like a fucking nightmare. I do suspect it's a nightmare. There's a ton of weight on my hands, so I don't like it. I hate that. I put a lot of weight in the backpack to try and keep the front of the bike lighter, but let's wave at this guy on so he doesn't arrest me when I'm on the pole line. At one point they only had 3 deputies in this whole county. I do wish I would have clipped a carabiner to that tent back there or something. Now, this hill might suck, but I'm hoping the road is slow. There's not a lot of cars around. It'd be nice. So we've only got 1 gear left after that. Probably means I've been, I don't know. Bike's heavy, that's probably what it is, but I feel like I've been pushing a little too hard today so far. I should have already stopped for a break, but I wanted to wait till I got to the pole line. Wish I wasn't wearing this fucking jacket. Jesus. Taking this jacket off. I got parking brakes here. Rubber bands to put on my brake levers. Okay. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Alright, I still have one gear left. I wish I was in it right now. I don't know what this guy's doing. Hopefully he's turning red. Yeah, he is. He seems patient, huh? Oh, yeah. I know it gets steeper, so I'm trying to save that last gear. Fuck. Huh. I didn't think about running out of gears. Didn't think that was going to happen. Wow, a lot of weight. Holy hell. Still getting steeper here. One final push. I guess the elevation graph was right. Better here than the highway. Whew. Summit. I do want to get out of this neighborhood as quick as I can. It's not gated, but it has that feel. Need to turn on Old Ranch Road. I should go past the lake, but first. Slow down in case this bridge is shaky. Fucking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This must be my turn. Hold the next ride. Make it kind of hard to remain anonymous out here when the HOA says you have to have a sign with your last name on it. My neighbors has a corporation that owns this property, and you can't tell who lives there, you know, on the county website. Like, I think you'd have to pull IRS somehow. I don't think that you could do it as a citizen. Only the government. And see who pays the taxes to that corporation or whatever. This must be it. Interesting. next unknown is up here at this intersection. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know. Probably go slow here. That's good. Sun's coming out. Oh shit. Alright, come on, hold on back. Maybe here. As long as we're not on the trailer. My gut's telling me to keep going, so I don't really want to be detected at either end of the road. I need to eat or I'm going to pass out. Got these honey stinger things, I don't like them that much. I just can't believe how expensive cliff shot blocks are. God damn it. I keep my mother apprised so she doesn't call search and rescue. I have a theory that these kind of snacks attract insects, like bees. So I have a Ziploc to put them in. Probably attract bears too. I got the bear spray on the bike right now. I remember to put it on my belt when I got out of the woods. There's bears around here, but it's not a big deal. The car coming a half mile away in the distance. Sounds more like an ATV or a side-by-side. Two of them. That's another reason to have the bear spray on your belt, I guess, huh? Oh boy, come on. They're actually taking laps up there. I need to drink more water, but try and get on past the hooligans first. Hope there's only 2 of them. Playing on wildlife, you know, playing on groups of kids, fucking quads. I'm not a people person, so. Howdy. Oh, pretty good. I know. Yeah, I'm going up into the Satsup Hills for a few days.
Satsup?
Yeah.
Up Mount Vernon, right? Or, no,
I passed Camp Govey and the Vance Creek Bridge up 23.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're gonna ride there, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Figure why not.
Man, that's a hell of a, that's a haul.
I think I'm staying at Toano tonight. So
Okay.
I'll cut down Trails Road. And,
Yeah, hoo-yah.
but I don't know. This didn't take me long to get here, so.
Are you from Allen then? Or?
Came from Key Peninsula.
Oh, okay.
Parked at my parents' house, so I live at Gig Harbor.
Man.
You know, it's funny, it's just an old shitty bike with these big tires on it. It only took me a while. I left it 9:45.
Yeah.
5 minutes after. Oh, it's 5 minutes after 11. That took me longer than I thought, I guess.
Jeez. You got water? We got
Yeah.
a bottle of water.
70 ounces.
All right, man. Well, have fun.
Yeah. So hey, you know, the Tacoma power line on our side on the Key Peninsula, you can't fucking go there. It's really weird.
They blocked a lot of this off, and you're not supposed to be out here, but they don't care.
So no one ever calls the sheriff or anything?
Nah.
We come out here all the time.
In fact, I think this road's open.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I saw that. I was looking for a no trespassing sign or whatever, but
Yeah, it's been open for, that gate's been open for probably about 2 years. It was on and off shut here and there. I think they just said,
yeah.
screw it.
Huh, that's really weird, man. They cracked down on the Key Peninsula side. People even had houses where they were using the pole line to get to their house, and they like cut it off.
Now they got to put their own drives in and stuff.
Well, the funny thing is the pole line washed out, and then they went begging to the property owners to make a, so they sorted it out now, but it still isn't like open to the public. But yeah, interesting. All right, you guys.
Yeah, have a good one.
Happy trail.
Thank you. How's it going? Oh, am I on the right one? Good question. I think so. Oh, I got his phone in here. Anyway, good people, huh? See, that's the thing, like I said. Most of the rednecks I meet are really good people, and he's numb. You know, I don't recall, I think there was one kid and then 2 adults. My brain focused on that center guy like he was a leader, the most charismatic one. I normally do bring a lot more water. That's always my OCD. Bring 100 ounces on a road bike ride and use 30, you know. So I went with the smaller horizontal 70-ounce bladder I got for the lumbar backpack I use on the mountain bike, and I got an empty 50-ounce in the backpack just in case there's times when I want. Actually, tomorrow might be one of those times I want more water, just because I'll be if I was going to get water, I'd probably have to cross private property tomorrow until I get all the way up in the woods. And so I have a water filter right here. I put it front and center so I would want to use it, you know, and not try and say, oh, I don't want to get it out. But I'm still trying to avoid it. The main river I'm going by tomorrow is, I mean, we're on the paved road going by it, so it's no big deal, but it's a flood stage, or at least it was on Friday. But it didn't get as bad as they thought, actually, so all the little creeks that feed into it should have plenty of water. I see some pretty gnarly clouds ahead. Ooh, that's a bad rock. I gotta watch out for those because this rack, the material I made the bracket out of is the shock loading that's gonna get it. It's not under a lot of static load from the ratchet strap carries it, but I do worry about the shock load, so I probably should have gone left. Oh boy. But some of the creaking you hear is a secondary bracket I have, that honeycomb one that goes up to the seat tube. And so that's not loaded normally. And so when we have one of those shock loads, that extra bracket can carry that and protect the main bracket. I still want to avoid excessive shock loads, but the main thing I'm worried about, honestly, is if the bike falls over to the side. That's the one that really scares me. And I think the reason why is how well the center bracket resists those loads, but I'm afraid it'll snap because it doesn't have a way. Like some of the catastrophic failures there's a cross piece down below. It's sort of designed to break sacrificially. I have an extra one of those too. But the side loads shouldn't break that. It might just break the main bracket. I have an extra main bracket that's stronger than the one that's on the bike. It's printed thicker, and also it's a slightly stronger material just because the first one is a glitter filament, a Galaxy Black I like to use. And the new one is Jet Black, which would be, just a couple percent stronger. And it's printed significantly stronger. But still, the shock loads is a material property. It's not gonna, maybe 10% better at the shock loads than the one on the bike. So I'm worried about it. I tell you, I don't like saddlebags at all. And those big giant ones that stick up 3 feet in the air. I can barely feel my bedroll tickling my butt once in a while. I'm just trying to stay out of the puddles for the simple fact that I can't see the bottom. Oh, I do need to check and make sure this is the right pull line. That's definitely a quad trail. I think I'll just stop right here and not even get off the bike. Try and look at one hand. BC nav. Oh, come on. Well, we're on the path. I can't tell a lot from the map right now because I haven't been watching it, but I'm still on the red line. This guy just be chewed up from dirt bikes because it's been raining so much. You'd think it would be wet if it was a river. Feels like goddamn riverbed though. Huh. There's no really firm ground anywhere. I've got some mountain biker instinct telling me where to go on this, and I can't quantitatively say why. It's funny. I'm trying to think of why I'm going where I'm going. I have no idea. That shit was pretty loose. I'm glad it went well. Oh boy, that's gorgeous to the right. We gotta get that on the camera. Jesus. Yeah. I got my wife's Nikon cool pics with me if I want to take pictures of stuff instead of having to use them. Instead of having to rely on the phone, you know. Oh boy. Let's see, what gear are we in? We're at 4. Sketch. All right, it's okay. A little bit of water in the boots. I think we just gotta push through this section before we... Funny is the wool socks kind of soaked it up just right, so hopefully the shoes aren't too wet. It's funny because the shoes did great until it just started to go over at the bottom of the pedal stroke, and I had to keep pedaling. Surprised at the lack of mosquitoes. More at my parents' house. I do see things flying around though every once in a while. So I think I should probably, next stop should be lunch. Should be a good time to change my socks, huh? But also, it could rain if I dilly-dally too long. I just stay stealth mode of these fucking disc brakes. Front steps too. If you want to use the front on this kind of gravel though, you'll go down quick. Oh boy, that's a hill. It's interesting because if my rack breaks, I can't, like, if it's a bad design and I fail to test it or whatever, I'm gonna be in a pickle. I think I'll just walk up this. I should probably change my socks, but I don't want to right now. It's funny, the back tire's bouncing just like if the bike was empty. You know, lowering that tire pressure might help reduce the shock loads in the rack. I always want to get to the top of the next hill or around the next corner. I think that's how wanderlust manifests for me. I'm on the couch, I'm fine. You get me out somewhere, I always want to see the next thing. Got the 256 gig card in the camera, and I dropped it on 2.7K. It says I can do like 10 hours on the card, and I've got the external battery strapped to the chest rig, so I don't think I'm going to record every second of my rides, but I may record every second of today's. Oh, here's a good place to stop. Except there's stuff back there, like there's tweakers over here. So maybe not. Oh boy. I'd rather get out of here before tweakers show up. My feet are comfortable, but I know that I should change the socks just so the boots dry out eventually. Won't be able to leave them in the sun today, so the only way to dry them is to change my socks all the time. I've got one pair easy to get to. I'm hoping I can dry out the wool socks while I wear the other ones. But if it starts raining, that probably won't work. I don't really expect the boots to dry that much at night. Oh boy, this is washed out a little bit. Let's see. Oh, I cut across now. Cut back across. This is right here. Jesus Christ. Alright, that looks better now. I hate riding on River Rock. It's just, I'm so heavy and so tall. It just makes me go every which fucking way. Yeah, tweakers. I didn't think of the tweakers. We had tweakers on our Powerline road too. I think about it, bear spray has really revolutionized exploring because, you know, who wants to bring a pistol just in case there's tweakers? Pistol doesn't work against bears. So it's interesting, you can have a solution for every hazard in one can. It'd be funny to make a fake label for it. It's a tweaker spray. This might be a good place. There's no tweaker sign. I didn't really imagine myself laying the bike down so much. Let's see, what am I going to do? I'm just going to change my socks. It's funny, I got to step on these tires. Okay, I need to get out my... Let's get the stool out and get the socks out on it. Here, I literally bring a 2.5 pound stool with me. We'll see how it goes. I've had this damn stool for like 15 years and never used it. Of course, I put the seat down. Probably underwater. At least it was able to drain, I guess. Oh, that's stupid. There's a lot of bees around. I don't feel like there's a nest here, though. Oh, the stool's fucking soaked. Oh boy. Alright, I guess I can shut off my blinky light now. I don't think there's a bee's nest. Every once in a while they fly away. I hear cars. It must be the highway down by the water. It's crazy. I hear quads too. Yeah, they're definitely wet inside. Best I can do is change my socks over and over again. It's basically the only thing I can do, I guess. Those guys sound like they're on a different road, actually. We're gonna have to time the bike somewhere. So glad I have a shitty mountain bike for my gravel bike instead of imagine if I had one of my old road bikes that I converted and had to bottom bracket underwater and shit. What a fucking disaster that would be. The trick is putting these socks on without cramping, I guess. Yeah, I don't really see the point in stopping the GoPro for shit like this, because it adds a ton of time to my editing time. If I upload the video in parts, like a part for today, a part for tomorrow, whatever, I don't have to do any real editing. Hopefully the GoPro Cloud can put the videos together for me, but that's been 50-50 lately. I had a video that took me over a fucking week just to get, like, everything was just taking forever on it, and then YouTube edits didn't take the first time. I can cut out sections like this on the YouTube editor built in, you know, after you upload the video. I think. I know you can trim the ends off. But anyways, it takes like 2 days to process the changes when you're doing a 2-hour video or whatever. So I'm not inclined to pause the video of every little thing. I'm not inclined to edit out sections that are boring. Because I'm lazy. Oh, okay, so let's see, I should put the stool away first. Put it right side up this time. I think I was trying to leave myself more steering clearance or something. Not worth it to have your stool underwater. Of course, I wasn't planning a kayak trip, I was planning a bike trip. So I guess I can forgive myself for that. Oh boy. Lots of bees now. I very much do not like bees. I just have been ignoring them. Trying to stay focused on what I'm doing. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. Stick this fucker up the right way. Put these little bungee balls back on. Bungee balls are just a safety. I may not need them. I'm still getting used to this Velcro. I love this Velcro shit, but I just don't know how it's going to do with the bouncing, so the bungee balls are a little bit of a safety. Luckily, I have 2 more bungee balls just hanging here on the front. I can probably use for socks. Maybe I can just hook them on the bungee cord there. Okay, so aside from the jacket, we're ready to go. One heavy bike. Reminds me of the time I was a kid. I had my dirt bike fall on me. It was a Yamaha YZ80. I don't know how old I was. It must have been 10 or something. I was always a big kid, but I was scrawny. And I always got stuck under the goddamn thing. I was laying out back at the house for 20 minutes before my parents found me. I think the thing stalled once it fell on me. Or it stalled and then fell on me. Something like that. Alright, so I got everything. Let's get out of here before the bees change their mind. Oh, I was supposed to take a leak too. Shit. We're just gonna do that right here. You know, it's funny, they make a big deal out of hive collapse disorder. They also make a deal about African killer bees, the Africanized killer bees. But the problem is here that they solve each other because the killer bees haven't been having hive collapse. So we just are gonna all get attacked more often by merciless fucking bees. But we're gonna have to use them to pollinate. These bees are not happy with me. They're getting closer. All right. The other thing is China's been using human pollination for some stuff like citrus fruits, and they have better crop yields with human pollination. So the killer bees will take care of the ecology niche eventually, you know, and we'll have to take care of our agricultural niche if we need to. It's not the end of the world. Right, for sure. Ooh, it's soft, oh my God. I hate trails that get chewed up by motorcycles and shit. I need to adjust the GoPro rig. I keep forgetting to pull it down front. When I was a kid, all I wanted was a quad. All I had was a shitty Yamaha dirt bike. Don't want anything to do with any of them now, but if I had a quad, I would definitely haul a cooler on it. I'll tell you that much. Maybe on the front so you can still bail off the back if you end up doing something stupid. If it was a Yeti, you know, you could keep a carabiner on the padlock tab and might even survive a tumble if the bike flipped over. Yeah, so I want to go fast, but I'm trying to go slow just so I'm not beating up the bike. I'm a lazy mechanic. I don't want to do field repairs, you know. Ooh. Cars sound really close. Oh yeah, left for sure. I hear something else. Must be water. Must be a giant culvert here. Can't see it. Here it's my left. It's not really convenient to use the hose mounted on the bike. Okay, front brake is not a good idea, but sure slows it down better. Oh. Oh boy. Car up there, huh? I'm probably gonna stop and look at the map. Oh, there's a road fucking crosses here. That doesn't make any sense to me. Go down to Toronto. That doesn't feel right. Oh man. Yeah, there's the weather to consider too. I don't want to plan on riding till 10 at night because it might start raining at 4, you know. Oh boy, this is shaky. All right, do not block gate. Yeah, I'm not going down to Toronto apparently. My last rubber band. Hopefully we don't have to go under this one, Jesus. We do. Not the bike for that. Let me think. I was worried there was going to be a bee's nest in one of these lock boxes for the gate. The adventure continues. We can always go to Toronto from the other end of this road if we want to, if we really want to. The sun keeps coming out, but I got these mono clouds in front of me. It's so funny. This road actually goes through some Simpson land too. Simpson land is the land that, you know, the Vans Creek Bridge and where my rally stories from earlier took place. And the land holding company now is called Green Diamond. Ooh. I wish I could just stay at Camp Govey tonight, but I didn't feel like trying to ask permission. And last time I stayed there, I did have permission, but people pull in there and turn around and stuff sometimes. And so I don't want to do it without permission. I don't even know if I feel like good about it. Ooh, Jesus, that rock was sharp looking. I don't know if I feel like good about it solo at all. Kind of felt like a Simpson crossing right there. Except you couldn't do it in a truck. I don't know. They have around roads for the trucks, so I think it's mainly just for pickups to get through here. Do their ecology business. Oh boy. We'll walk. We should start taking it easier since we're going to go farther than we thought. Yeah, so anyways, if I don't want to stop at Tawano, I gotta go all the way down to the Skokomish Valley. I think it's Skokomish. Half our rivers sound like the same name. And follow that valley road all the way past Camp Govey into the forest, national forest land. Or I can turn right before Camp Govey and there's a small area I might be able to camp in. Looks like a better area than on the main road. So, still it'll be like a 45-mile day. You know, I've been going slow. I'm on a mountain bike, so it ain't 45 miles on a road bike. I'm heavy and shit. So, my brain tells me that's too many miles. But here I am wanting to do it anyway. Like a fucking idiot. Oh. This fucking backpack, dude. It's made for like kids or something, so straps. Oh god, that made it worse. Straps aren't long enough, and so I've got these buckles right in the front part of my armpit. I picked a smaller backpack so I wouldn't overfill it, and of course I did. And but also it fits in this rack on the front, the Sport Knee rack. This backpack fits entirely in it. Well, the problem is I have too much shit with me. But I mean, it's an option, you know. I can get rid of a few things and take the backpack off entirely. And the bike will handle worse though too. That's why I put the backpack on in the first place. I wanted to put less shit in the rack. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Jesus. Wow. What a view. Scottsbroom as far as the eye can see. Oh, sounds like the Bremerton racetrack, but that ain't the right direction. Okay, so we're almost to Mason Lake. Oh, we are basically, it's to our left. So we've got to keep going until it turns into Manzanita. And then we're taking Manzanita. It turns right a little bit after the lake. And we're taking Manzanita all the way to McCreevy. Well, this keeps going this fast. We're doing it. I gotta text my mom sometime or she'll be all pissed off. The wife was relieved to hear I'm leaving with my parents because that way she won't get the phone call if I break down. I need my mom to take my car, you know, come get me. Got AAA too. I was not going to be too excited about driving up into the forest, but there's options of AAA at least. Alright, let's think about this. This is pretty gravelly. Well, Mason Lake is actually a recreation area that's mostly owned by Simpson for their employees. There is a county park on this end of it. There might be more people around. Oh boy, that's really loose. Oh my god. Got that foot hang going. It's one advantage of having the seat a little bit lower than it needs to be, I guess, huh? I haven't had problems with my quads so far. Normally if the seat's too low, that's what happens to me. It's funny how pedaling with the brake on helps somehow. Ooh boy, it's sandy. It's funny because it goes from nice hard pack to sandy and the color doesn't change. Just all of a sudden you hear it and feel it. wanted to have macaroni and cheese for lunch and almonds for another snack. But since I'm planning on a long day, it makes me hesitant to get out my gear and cook. I should have put some almonds in the backpack. So I could add almonds with a tuna pouch. So the weather we got right now is coming from an atmospheric river that's headed to the south of us. It's actually going into Idaho and northeast Oregon, southeast Washington, which are areas that are all very parched. So they're thankful for the moisture, but it's just all it takes is a little hiccup and we get a dose of it. And it's serious shit, man. It was crazy on Friday how much rain. I just did showers in the forecast. Felt like an inch of rain. Everyone's here. They're back behind me. Whole bunch of them. And so the same kids were barking at me? I doubt it. Too respectful, they slowed down and go by me. I don't think I would have done that. It's not really that dusty today. Oh shit, more of that sand. Oh, I got Quest bars in here too, that's good, and almond butter. Still, I wasn't trying to do alpine style today, I was trying to fucking stop and have a goddamn meal. Hauling all this shit. I think I'll just have a Cliff Bar some more of those chews. Since I do feel like going farther. Maybe leave the Cliff Bar in a few minutes. Try and use this stuff like it's designed. Eat it, keep going, drink some water. Okay. I can't tell if that's the same guys and there's two more. I don't think so. I don't think I set anything down, right? I got my garbage in my pocket. I'm taking it off. I really should air the tires down, but I've got a long pavement section either today or tomorrow. Most of the forest road I'm taking up to let's just say up into the woods is paved. I know the tire is pumped pretty high, like 50. I'm heavy and the bike's full of shit, so you know I needed pressure. I just would like a little shock absorption right now. Also, I don't want to ever pump it up again, so that's the other thing. I don't want to load it too much. I hate pumping tires with hand pumps. I've got 2 pumps with me though, just in case. Different types of pumps. One has the high volume and low volume setting. The other is the park mini pump, whatever it's called. Well, on the mountain bike, I always have 2 pumps now because I had one that stopped working on me. It didn't fail me when I needed it, but it really surprised me that it stopped working. I put grease on it and it didn't work still. I don't know what the deal. So that was the Crank Bros. Just an amazing little pump. But, you know, the most important thing is you have to be able to rely on them. And so now I just bring 2 different kinds every time. The road bike, I just use the park one. If I'm doing touring, I'll have a frame pump as well. So I will not be showing you guys the Vance Creek Bridge if anybody's hoping for that. Been there once, scares the shit out of me. I am afraid of heights, but you know, within reason, right? Like I just think that any reasonable person should be scared to be on that fucking bridge. Most of the way the sheriff enforces it is they give tickets to people that are parked on the side of 23 at the trailhead for that thing. So I wouldn't be susceptible to that, but I also wouldn't be able to run off effectively. Since I don't have a getaway vehicle besides this slow thing. Sun's out again. Looks like I'm riding into a fucking thunderstorm, but the sun's out. And it's just been following me. Yeah, I do like the bridge. It's absolutely amazing. I think it is much prettier and much more impressive than the high steel bridge, which is taller. The high steel bridge you can drive over. It looks like it's closed to pedestrians right now, but I don't know what the fuck. They did a shitty job writing their memo. I was planning to take it on this trip, but the ambiguity in the language, I think that a cop could interpret it as me being there would be illegal on a bike. Now, if you just rode across and then stop, it might be okay. If you put one foot down to let a car go by or something. Anyway, yeah, Vance Creek Bridge is for sure the more impressive of the 2. I do think the best way to get to it is on 23. All the directions online take you to the other side of it or something stupid. What you do is you just go past, there's a trailhead on Google Maps off 23. And you go past that towards the corner. Like Camp Govey is on a long corner. Camp Govey is at the north end of the corner. There's a little wide spot in the road where you can park to go to the bridge in the south part of the corner. And it takes like 5 minutes to get there. You do the whole thing in half an hour. So if you're clever, I guess you could figure out when the cops go and go after that or something. I don't know. The tickets they're writing are summonses, you know, you're going to court for trespassing, so the only chance you have is if the county doesn't have a lot of sheriff's deputies. They obviously have more than they used to, because we saw one today. He had time to just sit there to show his presence. So you just go anytime, might get lucky and not get in trouble. Now the other way of trespassing on Simpson, the whole way to the bridge, the road is Simpson owned. So 23 is like a federal right-of-way on Simpson land because it goes into the national forest. And you can park on the side of 23, technically, if you're park related, you know, if you're just going and you have to stop for a minute. So it's much better to go from 23, make it quick. I don't think you should go to the middle of the bridge. It's fucking sketchy as hell. There's a place like a quarter of the way across where people had a bonfire right on the fucking bridge deck. So half the railroad ties have burned through. They took off the railroad ties on either end, so it makes it harder for you to get on the bridge. It doesn't really make it harder, because once you get on the big footing at the end, the steel girder you're walking on is 10 inches wide or whatever, you know, it's not hard to walk on. Sketchy as fuck. But most people can walk on a 2x4, and that's at least 10 inches, I think, so it's sturdy. And you just have to keep your shit together until you get over the railroad ties, and then most people can handle that. When I was on the ties, though, I still walked on the part that is over the girder. People like trusting 100-year-old railroad ties for some reason. They just run in the middle of the bridge. Stupidest thing. Definitely needs to be some kind of park. It's so impressive. And it needs a surface that's not concrete. Like when they put a little walking path on it, should probably make out of wood or something. Have it be 8 feet wide and then put railings up. Because the high steel bridge, the concrete's part of the reason why it isn't that impressive, and you also can't see it from anywhere. Like when you're approaching it, you can't really see it. There's a trail on the north side that may or may not be closed, depending on how you interpret their use restrictions of the bridge now. But it's super sketchy, apparently, the trail anyway. I've never used it. So you can't really see the bridge from the bridge or from near the bridge. That's why Vance Creek's so much more impressive. Wife just did the Vance Creek Rail Riders thing yesterday, which is nowhere near the bridge, but you just cruise from Simpson Camp 1 down into Shelton on these little rail ride cars they got, human powered. That should drink some more water. We're getting into the weather, you see that? Whew, that was a good sip of water. She had fun. I love those old guys that build or buy like these rail bicycles and then go find out all the abandoned sections of track. It's getting harder to do because the price of steel is so worth it to go pull up your old tracks. You know, that's what Simpson did all that years ago. I mean, there's probably still some rail here and there. The bridge still has rail on it, but it's getting harder and harder to find abandoned rail. And everybody wants to convert it to bike paths anyway. But man, I bet you going over those old rail bridges on one of those fucking bikes, that must be a fucking trip. I bet it's unreal. Probably it's like walking over the Vance Creek Bridge, except the magic carpet ride, because you're just on this flat steel rail that's cruising along. Oh boy. Over to the side, I was looking around. There's an old Simpson cut over here on the left. I think I can see all the way down to Shelton or something. I'm not sure. I'm seeing clouds make it deceiving. I don't even know where Shelton is now. I suppose it's farther to the east. No, it's south. It's still southwest, I think. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably what I was seeing. Or at least the bay prior to Shelton. Okay, this is loose. I'm just gonna walk. I need to stop in the cliff bar somewhere. The only fatigue I'm really feeling is my butt, which apparently this year predates any sort of bonking, but has been a good indicator bonking's coming. So I'm afraid I'm pushing too hard, going too far. This is better than I dreamed it would be, though. There goes this wheel going through the Squamish Valley Road. I can go yell at macaroni and cheese I want up in the woods. Imagine growing up out here. It's just such a modern era, and you're just so close to society, but you get to ride dirt bikes out here, and it's like it's lawless almost. That's one thing about this country. We have a huge population, but no matter where you go, there's places you can have all to yourself, you know. Hopefully we can just find ways to be better stewards of the planet. I think the population boom issues are already fading. I think most of those threats were imaginary anyway. I'm optimistic about this planet and our future. I still wish I had more property so I could stay away from people. But I'm still optimistic. Definitely don't think moving to Montana is the answer. They should give you a free snow shovel when you move there. I was supposed to mark a GPS point. I don't know if I did that when I stopped. Maybe not Cliff Bar yet. Let's just drink. Be careful though, because I get really thirsty as I'm bonking. Oh, yeah, that's the ridge. Probably here in the ridge. Yeah, it's probably over here. Racetrack. All right. I'll export a GPX file and send some of these points to my mom. Got bikes behind me, people in front of me. Oh. Stay right as long as I can hear behind me. Hello. I can't take a nice pole line road like this on my trip next month because I've got to, it's Weyerhaeuser's much stricter with their shit. And the roads I want to take are heavily blockaded and shit. I wonder if this one's got a detour around it because it's washed out or something. I think I'll look at the map really quick. Nope, this is the way. But there isn't our power line that crosses about 30 degrees coming up. Looks newer. Oh shit, not that far. Over here. Let's see, maybe, oh shit. Maybe this is a detour around the road. I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't right. That's the road. I can see it over there. Fuck do I get to it? Oh shit. They must have made a detour though. This probably is a washout. Oh, I can fit the bike through, no problem. What the hell? I didn't see that the first time. Do that full speed. Well, I'm getting back on the bike. I hear something. Probably on a big culvert. Definitely a cliff to my left. Holy hell. Oh boy. Really narrow. Super sketchy. Jesus Christ. Super sketchy, dude. And there we are. I'm in a high gear. I don't think I can start here. That little trail we took's a trip. There we are. I don't see any pieces missing. I don't know what the socks are doing, huh? Flip them over or something. Touch my glasses on accident. I hate that. Not too bad though. If I'd be at Toronto by now, I'd be there 2 hours early. Could probably just go to my campsite anyway. It's Sunday. People probably left already. Otherwise, I'd be cooking macaroni and cheese the day use area. Bored out of my mind because I have nothing to do. It's 12:37. Hey, snacks pretty heavy though. I was hoping I would eat more meals and less snacks on this trip, but old habits die hard, I guess. I gotta go. Those kids are coming this way again. People meandering, catching up with me. I'd be embarrassed. Probably gonna have sores on my armpits. This stupid backpack. I don't know what else I can do about that. Eat my macaroni and cheese would be what would start. I think right. Try to get over here to this harder stuff. Jesus. Oh boy. Drink. need to pace myself or I'm gonna be in trouble, but I have so much fun out here. I just want to keep going. Oh, here's the other pole line. It must be a... the fuck else would it be? Gas main or something, because there's no poles. That thing probably says it, but I can't read it. You can't do buried high voltage. Could be water, I suppose, but it seems really stupid too. Well, maybe it was a planned power line for the Satsum nuclear plant that never got finished. I don't know how my brain put that one together. The yellow sign must have said something though, probably buried gas. I don't usually put signs for water. Yeah, GoPro's still trucking along. 2 hours and 55 minutes. I don't have any problem with it running. Definitely putting this little battery pack to the test though. Nothing's hot. Shift from 2 to 3 is battery, didn't even notice it. Must have been a fluke. I'll go whichever way you want to go, buddy. Over here struggling to get my water hose back in the fucking little mesh pocket I keep it in. Playing chicken on a dirt bike. I don't see how it's fun though, riding on this road for them. They must go do little offshoot trails. Ooh, really soft or something. I feel like I'm floating. It's funny how they have little sandy bits. You can't even fucking see. I blame the dirt bikes, but that's okay. Seeing all the dirt bikes makes me happy because it makes me feel like I'm not going to get arrested for trespassing. Obviously, no one gives a shit out here. Must be descending towards that housing development over here on Manistash or whatever drive, huh? Can you imagine being a kid out here and not having a dirt bike? Like you'd be the one kid where you don't get one. God, that would suck. You'd probably get a friend's dad to give you one, I bet. Like that last guy that went by, that could have been a hand-me-down. His displacement was, but the bike looked pretty small at 80 or something. Okay, I think I need to be left. Oh, Jesus. Front wheel skidding, always fucking, it's risky for me, man. Luckily the bike just straightened out. I don't know where to be. I think I went on the right. This reminds me of where my feet were underwater earlier. Let's hope we don't have a repeat of that. Feet are comfortable right now. I do feel like there's some moisture in the shoes still. Should probably do something with these socks before it starts raining. A big pocket in the back of this rain jacket, this cycling jacket. Oh boy, I'm gonna stop. Stop for a second, look at the time, almost 1. Jesus, I've just been booking. My phone just made a vibration, that's weird. It's not on airplane mode now, I have the data off, but if it keeps fussing about stuff, oh yeah, we are trucking. Oh, we're nowhere near that community yet, though. Wowza, that's some miles. Hey, whatever. Having fun right now. Grabbing another sip of water. I don't want to use all my water. I've got a collapsible water jug with me, and I'm not sure if I want to just fill it up in the river and then pump, or if I want to fill the jug and then distribute. I think leaving everything up somewhere and then walking out just the jug and the filter makes a lot of sense. It makes the most sense to me after I'm where I want to camp, though, when I can walk back to some water I saw. Because then I could even strap the full jug to the bike, you know, or I could, something, you have options. You can unload the bike, ride back, fill up the hydration pack, strap the water jug to the bike, and then come back to camp, and you have this extra gallon of water. So you could do dishes or whatever. Wash your socks in, whatever. Whew. Yeah, the disadvantage of going farther in one day is it increases the chances of breaking my bike rack on the first day. I'm just going to walk this because that's what I feel like doing. Change positions a little bit. Kind of under these clouds now. Hopefully the dirt bike kids all get tired and go home, and I'll be out here having a place for myself. This pull line was a great idea, I know that much. Yeah, my only complaint's the backpack. I was trying to just use shit I already had, and I used this subpar backpack. Hopefully it's more comfortable when I don't have a bunch of shit in it. I think I'm used to the weight on the bars right now. It's not easy, but it's less noticeable when you're turning away the miles. It's more noticeable when you stop and trying to put the bike somewhere. Now somewhere here the power line turns to the right, like 20 degrees or something. I'm hoping it's pretty obvious we're still on the right course when it happens. Thinking this might be a good place to make some macaroni and cheese. Huh. I'm not sure what I want to do. Well, I guess that was a good place for it. I don't know. Well, we're stopping for a break. I know that much. I feel like the front wheel's when I need to put my foot on the most. Oh, then the pedal. The pedal needs to be like that. A little conflicted about what to do with the GoPro. 3 hours and 10 minutes. I think I'll save footage and save some room on the card and just shut it off. And that's where we're at here. I'm gonna check the maps. I kind of want to be far from where everybody's coming in and going out. We'll see. All right, catch up with you guys later.